is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Hooks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Boatman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Girard down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket.
Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half.
Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Girard Sports Live here in the home of the Trojans once again for a great evening of baseball. I'm Drake Miller here, joined by Caleb Humble once again back in the booth for you guys, taking you through the action tonight as we jump into Girard Sports Live. It is brought to you by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. We also have a sponsor for the pregame show, which is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Caleb, as we jump into this matchup, Girard has finally collected their first and second loss of the season after a long undefeated run, and they fell short of Baxter Springs just this last week.
Yeah, and so the team had lost the couple of games, going 13-0 to start the season, now with a 14-2 record, but, I mean, definitely not something to look out for. Baxter's always had a pretty solid baseball program and a team to look out for, and just talking to some of our guys, it seems like just kind of an off night. And in baseball, every single team will have a couple of games where things just aren't really clicking. And so nothing to really worry about yet, but still after those couple of losses, got a win, I believe, looking to see what day that was. Looks like last Thursday, got a good win over Labette County. And so looking to keep that winning streak going, get another win under the belt tonight against Parsons, which a team we've seen the matchup against previously, with Girard winning that one 15-0. So definitely a team we know that this Trojan team can beat.
Yeah, and as we jump into these starting lineups, they are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Let's jump into these Parsons starters. Up first, number 5, the shortstop, Andrew Hook. Number 2, the second baseman, Atticus Clark. Number 8, the pitcher, Connor Largent. Number 24, first baseman, Jason Shaw. Number 44, the third baseman, Xander Gabbert. Number 34, the catcher, Keller Ball. Number 11, the center fielder, Preston Hetman. Number 7, left fielder, Deshaun Pleasant. And number 4, right fielder, Lanny Kendrick. And as we go to Girard's side, number 2, the right fielder, Briggs Buckingham. Followed by number 7, second baseman, Briar Schultz. Number 21, left fielder, Aiden Ashbacher. Number 4, third baseman, Jackson Smith. Number 5, the shortstop, Robbie Bruning. Number 15, designated hitter, Cam Smith. Number 23, the catcher, Blake Brocob. Number 12, first baseman, Ben Cullen. And rounding it out is number 10, the center fielder, Corvin Bowen, with Drake Smith, number 11, on the mound. So that is your starting lineups, brought to you by the Jagged Edge. And as we get close to the first pitch, it is brought to you by Farmers Bank. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. And we will go ahead and step aside for a moment as we get set for the national anthem. We'll be right back with that opening pitch. Stay tuned on Girard Sports Live.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family-owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com.
And we are back in the pregame show as we get set. Drake Smith on the mound will be facing off against Hook, Clark, and Largent to start off for this Parsons roster. And we talked about this team, this Vikings team, and they are currently 2-9 on the season. So not exactly the start that they've been looking for as we get into the real meat of the season. I mean, we're starting to get towards that back half. It's time to collect some more wins if you're a Parsons fan.
And for the Trojans, I mean, if you want to keep this hot streak rolling, and you had those couple of losses, but you're still known as one of the better teams in 3A and definitely one of the better teams in Kansas as a whole, with some of their wins coming up against teams that are not even in 3A, some of them being 4A, 5A with Pittsburgh and Labette County, some of those bigger schools. But, I mean, you're pretty much a little over halfway through the season with, I mean, only about maybe 8 more games until you have regionals. And so if you can get a win streak going here and just continue it through there, I believe this team can definitely make it to that state tournament.
Yeah, I mean, certainly has the potential. And we talk about the impressive pitching and the impressive hitting, you know, the run differential. And really something that I wanted to hammer down on in the last time we were here on Girard Sports Live was the fact that this infield and outfield combo is so lethal. They are so effective in each of their positions, and it is so hard to get a ball down on the ground if you're playing up against this Girard defense. It just very, very on their toes, heads-up defense. The outfield makes the right initial moves, and really a lot of that credit probably goes to head coach Bob Fornelli.
And the defense isn't the only thing that this team has been known for. The amount of just aggression they have on the offensive whenever they're either stealing bases, bunting to get people home, just playing an aggressive style of offense that really kind of makes other teams stay on their toes, and some teams aren't able to handle that pressure.
Forces you to swing the bat at the plate, and here's the first contact we see all the way to the wall, and it takes a one-hop over. Andrew Hook, the shortstop. First pitch of the game, ground roll double.
Batting in the second position, second baseman number 2, Atticus Clark. Well, he's all about the twos.
So now Atticus Clark will step in with a runner in scoring position here early. Squares up early and then takes strike one. The 0-1 up top for ball one. So now Smith kind of able to settle in. Almost have to wipe that first batter clean off your plate and say, you know, move on to the next. This is my first batter. We'll take it as it is.
And as a pitcher, you don't want to linger on with it too long, just worrying about that first pitch. But now you got a little bit of pressure on you for the rest of this inning of just knowing there's a runner in scoring position, but just got to play past that and get these next 3 outs.
Sits with a 2-strike count now for Smith between him and Clark. Clark at the plate. 1-2 is the full count. Smith from the stretch. Back up the middle. It's a trickler to the shortstop. Flipped over the first and has to peel his foot as Cullen as that throw was off the mark. And just as we were talking about the efficiency of this team, we see maybe a potential error. Clark was on his horse there, trying to get to the bag, but I don't know if he'd have been there.
And that was a tricky ball to pick up, just kind of bouncing over Smith at the mound, and Bruning had to run up and kind of scoop at it, but definitely was a chance to make a play, but a good effort to get the ball to Cullen on first.
Now the pitcher, Largent, going to take ball one there. Swings on this one. Tries to find the gap between second and first, and the flip over to Cullen in time will score a run. So coming home is Andrew Hook.
For Parsons, a early score on the board, and something we did not see at all in their last meeting with the Trojans was any kind of score, with the boys winning that game 15-0. So
swung on and popped up into left, and will be reeled in by the left fielder Ashbacher after the fly out. So 2 gone now as Gabbert steps in with a runner on second. Swing and a miss for strike one. Smith doing a pretty good job, obviously letting up that 1 run early. Not exactly what you were looking for in inning number 1, but good job kind of recovering from a solid first batter. Oh, 2 count between him and Gabbert. Smith comes set and delivers. In the dirt. Brocobb tries to pick him up on third and will not get it there in time. So it'll be Clark advancing to third now in prime scoring position. Gabbert can put one in play and make his way to first. Big RBI here for Parsons to start off this game. Will not, though. A big K for Drake Smith, who will retire the side. Girard heads to the dugout and looks to recover on their 1-run deficit here in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back after this.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Welcome to Homestead of Girard, assisted and independent living right here in our hometown. At Homestead, seniors enjoy compassionate care and a community designed for comfort. Licensed professionals provide support with daily activities, dressing, bathing, and medication management. Residents enjoy home-cooked meals and the comfort of their own private apartment. Call 620-724-6760 to schedule your tour today. Homestead of Girard, senior living with compassion, comfort, and community.
Prairie Mission Retirement Village. People caring about people in the loving spirit of Christ. Spacious apartments made to feel like home, and a loving, caring, experienced staff. That's the Prairie Mission difference. A continuing retirement community promoting person-centered care with an on-site clinic from the Vet Health and offering independent living apartments, assisted living, and long-term care, all with the respect and care our loved ones deserve. Prairie Mission Retirement Village, St. Paul, 620-449-2400.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire...
And we're back for the bottom of the first. Leading off for this Girard team, Buckingham, Schultz, and Ashbacher. Going to be the guaranteed three, trying to strike back against this Vikings team. Caleb, through this first half of the inning, Parsons putting up a number on the top of the first. What does that mean for this Trojans team going into the bottom?
And for this, Trojan team, you have multiple innings that you can get a score and just respond back. But, I just keep looking at that previous game between these two of how the Trojans seemed like they had no issue of scoring. So definitely a chance here and a chance in almost any inning for the Trojans to get some points up on the board.
Buckingham takes strike one there, right on the outside corner. 1-1 count. Squares up to bunts. Gets a little too early on the track down the base path. That one fouled off for strike two.
We've seen Briggs attempt the bunt quite often while hitting, and he's really the only one that we'll see try it. But
back up the middle for Buckingham. Will put him on first for a leadoff single, but it gets past the center fielder. Buckingham headed for three. The throw into second will not be in time. One bag on a hit. And could probably give the other two on an error. But still a very solid leadoff in Briggs Buckingham, and what a deal it is to have a base runner like that as your leadoff.
And Briggs is quick, and so he saw one opportunity and he took it and got all the way to third. And
Schultz.
Breyer will take him home.
Replicates that performance. Back up the middle, but this time does not get past the center fielder, and he'll be on first. A 1-1 score.
So, as quick as Parsons got on the board, we were able to respond just as quick.
Swung on for Ashbacher, popped into right, tracking, and it'll be down in foul territory.
Sorry, hold on a second. That was a pitch count. That was a strike. It was a guest. It was a guest hit that I accidentally.
That edit won't work. That edit only does the time. So this edit will edit your entire board. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So no 1 count for Ashbacher. Headed for second is Schultz. This throw off the mark will be collected by the shortstop. Hook.
as Breyer makes it 2 seconds. Something interesting to note is that for the Trojans, the top two in stolen bases are Ashbacher and Schultz, and so to have them back-to-back in the lineup, you can definitely expect some stolen bases.
And there you go. Ashbacher gets on. This one headed for the fence in right field. Ashbacher gonna round second, headed for third, and he will be there in time. A triple for Aiden Ashbacher. Tacks on another run to this Girard score as well. Flawless through the first three batters.
Close ball for ball one as Jackson almost gets hit, but 1-0 count.
So far through 3-1 on Smith as he takes a whack at this one, foul. 10 pitches deep for Largent. Means that these batters are picking him up early. Back up the middle for Smith. Trickles to the second baseman who bobbles it. And Smith will beat a first on error.
He will get an RBI, sending Ashbacher from third to home to extend the score 3-1 in the Trojans' favor.
So, four batters so far, 3 runs as Bruning steps in this time. Still no outs with this situation. 1-0 count. Swung on and popped up. Shallow center field, and it will drop. Nobody standing on second either. Shortstop Hook wasn't there to make the play. And the miscommunication. Oh.
Designated hitter number 15, Cam Smith.
So definitely an error between the second baseman and the center fielder to get runners on both first and second with Cam Smith up to hit.
I actually think that one will technically go down as a hit since it didn't actually, there was no play made on it.
I guess.
As weird as that is. Now Cam Smith with the 1-1 count. Two one is the count for Smith. 2 runners on, no outs. Vikings struggling on defense as this one's drilled into the ground down the left field side. Brings Smith home. That's Jackson Smith, and Cam Smith stands on second. Another run on the board for this Trojan team.
Now batting pitcher number 23, Blake Brokaw.
Brokaw swings at the first, fouled off for strike 1. Phenomenal start thus far for the Trojans. Still have yet to give up an out on offense and have tacked on 4. This one swung on down the third base side. One hop to first is there in time, but not collected. Bruning makes his way home. Adds on another run to the board, and Brokaw stands on first with an error.
So far in this game, it seems like the Trojans aren't necessarily causing a lot of these errors. Parsons definitely giving them some of these mistakes that have led the Trojans to the point they are now.
So Cullen stepping into the box. Taking second was the pinch runner, which
I believe that is Drake Bulware.
Yeah.
Coming in for Brocobb.
Swung on by Cullen to the shortstop. Hook, who does not get it there in time.
So Cam will come home. Ben will get to first, and Bulware will end up on third. So runners in the corner for Corvin Bowen.
6-1's the score. Bowen swings on this, down the third base line, foul. I mean, just looking across, Largent has yet to go more than 4 pitches, excuse me, deep on a batter. And this is only the second 2-strike count that he's had.
If Corbin can get a hit here, every single Trojan will get a hit off of this pitcher here in the first.
And there it is. Finds the gap in right center. Brings home one in Bulware. Bowen headed for third. Will make it there and brings 2 home with a 2 RBI triple.
So with Corbin on third, our first hitter will come back up to bat for the second time in this first inning of Briggs Buckingham.
And unfortunately, I did not make those accommodations on my scorebook. Hard to do the overlaps. So, first time out here as we see a visit to the mound. This time out brought to you by the Southeast Kansas Player Health Alliance and Live Well Crawford County, reminding you to know your limits when gambling and know when the game is playing you. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-426-2537 for free assistance. And we will have a pitching change with no outs, a runner on third, and the top of the lineup up. So we will step aside on Girard Sports Live. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Homestead of Girard, assisted and independent living right here in our hometown. At Homestead, seniors enjoy compassionate care in a community designed for comfort. Licensed professionals provide support with daily activities, dressing, bathing, and medication management. Residents enjoy home-cooked meals and the comfort of their own private apartment. Call 620-724-6760 to schedule your tour today. Homestead of Girard, senior living with compassion, comfort, and community.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Judd, Lori, Jenny, or Amber in Girard today.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your field and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. And now Matt's care for farmers goes beyond seed as an agent for the new 4-state farm and ranch. From the best inputs available to the protection you need, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy at Murphy Seed. From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities.
And we're back. Briggs Buckingham due up to bat with a new pitcher on the mound for the Parsons Vikings. It's number 11, Preston Hetman, as Buckingham takes ball one there. Takes a hack at this for fouled off strike one. 8-1's the score. Quite the situation to step into if you're Hetman right now, especially with a runner on third trying to clean up a mess and top of the lineup due up, Caleb.
And as a pitcher, you kind of feel stuck in this situation, especially with these incredible Girard hitters that we've just witnessed that they can all get on base pretty efficiently. And so definitely for Parsons a little bit of trouble here before we're even out of the first.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
We'll make the count 2-2.
Only the third two-strike count we've seen this inning. And swing and a miss for strike three. Buckingham struck out for out number one. Something that you probably didn't expect going into this. I mean, obviously new pitcher and whatnot, but, you know, starter to relief. Usually not feeling like it's going to be that much more effective, but already proving to be wrong. As Schultz steps in with a one-strike count. Takes a defensive swing at that for strike two. So already Hetman,
he's getting it done.
Yeah, getting up in the counts pretty early, giving himself some room to work with. Back up the middle, fields this cleanly, over to first in time. And that'll be out number two.
Smart play by Corbin Bone to stay on third and not give up that possible run at home, but it'll bring out Aiden Ashbacher to try to get him home and extend this lead and keep this inning going.
2 outs as Ashbacher takes a swing at this. Popped up in the shallow outfield and reeled in. The shortstop, which I don't believe is Hook anymore. And looks to be the old, I don't know actually. See if I can grab a number as he's headed in. Looks like Xander Gabbert maybe? Saw 4. Jason Shaw, Xander Gabbert, one of those two probably. Well, anyway, we will head into the top of the second. We'll be right back after this on Girard Sports Live.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member F.
At Girard Medical Center, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown healthcare team. From family medicine and emergency care to lab services, surgery, imaging, and beyond, we're here when you need us. compassionate care close to home. To learn more about our high-quality care and everything that we have to offer, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Drake Smith still on the mound here as Killer Ball steps in. Takes a swing and miss for strike one. That one fouled off for strike two. So Caleb, if you just had to put yourself in the shoes and in the minds of these Vikings right now, what is it that you've got to be thinking stepping up to the plate in a 8-1 deficit when you started this game up so much and now it's like you just lost all control?
And now with one batter out, you're just hoping to get something back. I mean, there's not a good chance you're going to get all 7 runs back to even tie this game, but if you can get something and try to crawl back into this one, it'll definitely help.
Preston Hetman, the new pitcher, steps in for his first time today and takes strike one. Oh, 1 on its way from Smith. Swung on and popped up. Out of play for strike two.
So Drake Smith getting these batters out efficiently through 2 innings, especially in this second.
Yeah, faced 5 in the first. And now a swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Drake Smith. Phenomenal work. 6 pitches in this inning.
So 6 pitches in and a great inning from the freshman, just playing well and playing at this high level.
Deshaun Pleasant. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It's like deja vu going through these batters so far for Smith. The wind up. Squared up to bunt. Did he go?
They
say no.
Say he didn't. Make the count 1-1.
Looked like he didn't quite pull that bat back, but he will try to kind of slap bunt that one.
It'll be a strike regardless.
Yeah, not the traditional form you're probably used to seeing, but he's going to take strike 3 there. Backwards K for Drake Smith. Collects his 4th on the game, and we will head into the bottom of the second as quickly as we were in the top. 1-8 is the score. We'll be right back after this.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we are back. Jackson Smith will lead off here in the bottom of the second. That'll be followed by Robbie Bruning and Cam Smith. So right in the meat of this lineup, Caleb, you know, it's been a very weird series of 1.5 innings. We saw Girard kind of come out in a fashion that we're not used to seeing, giving up a run early as we see Smith hit this one back up the middle for a single. But to continue with my point, giving up a run in the first inning, not what we're used to seeing out of Girard, but then retaliating eightfold.
And like you're saying, this team is typically, they don't let others score. And so just that quick run for Parsons definitely gave him probably a little bit of that confidence. But then it got taken right back as 8 runs were scored with no answer there in the second from them, with great pitching from Drake Smith. And now Jackson steals to get on second in scoring position. And Robbie has a 1-0 count to try to get Jackson home.
1-0 count inside for ball 2. As, like you said, Smith takes second. Cam Smith on deck, followed by Blake Brocob. This was kind of the series of batters where we started to see the errors really settle in on this Vikings defense. So a lot of these guys coming up, not to discredit their last at-bats, but didn't have the full hit against that first pitcher. Now kind of looking to collect their first of the day. See that one in the dirt. Ball 3 as Smith takes third.
So Jackson makes his way around to third before Robbie's able to really do anything, and he has a 3-1 count, so definitely a little bit of room, kind of able to pick his pitch that he gets. But like you were saying, looking down at, I think Robbie, Blake, and Ben all got on first, but mainly due to errors from this Parsons team.
This one swung on into left. Scores Jackson Smith and will stand up on first himself with a single for Robbie Bruning. Solid performance at the plate. That is exactly how you want to draw up a very, very effective batter. 3-1 count. He found his pitch, got on base.
And I don't want to jinx anything, but at the end of that first quarter, 3 batters out after the new pitcher change, and now seems like the Trojans are getting right back where they started, getting the ball out there and getting home, getting runs in to home.
Bats are warming up. You already have kind of that broken ice feeling here in the bottom of the second. Cam Smith takes a hack at this. It's popped up in the area of the backstop, and it comes down just outside of the glove. Oof. Scary for Cam Smith. It's a tough ball, though, for the catcher.
I mean, the sun's right above us, just tough to find it.
Hard to read that super vertical hit anyway. Yeah, that one's up and away. Ooh, scaring some of the fans behind the backstop as Bruning stands on second.
So a 1-1 count for Camden Smith.
One on its way in the dirt and outside for ball 2 as Bruning takes third.
So both Jackson and Robbie able to get from first to third just from small mistakes from the Parsons catcher, letting the ball get past.
Pass balls alone, giving up 4 bases so far in this inning as this one makes its way foul just barely for Cam Smith. I mean, just barely.
Good hustle from both Robbie and Cam to get to their respective bases.
Two curveball does not find the zone.
That one was close, but it'll make the count 3-2.
First full count we've seen on the Girard offense so far today. Cam Smith, what will he make of it? Fouled off this time at a play. And Hetman also some pressure on him to get it done here. No outs. Swing and a miss for strike three. A long fought at bat for Cam Smith. Draws out over 6 pitches and just misses on that last cut. Not a terrible way to go down, though. Using up a lot of that pitch count. I mean, you're almost getting up to the point where you're thinking maybe that was close to 10 pitches for Smith. That's heavy utilization.
And Cam had it where it was close, where he almost got on base, hitting that ball right down the third baseline. But now up to bat is Brocobb. He will start the count 1-1.
Brocobb on his last at-bat reached first on an error. Little one-hop skip to the first baseman, was not fielded. Put him on base, and he made his way all the way around for the 7th run of the game. Was batted in by Corvin Bowen.
He will take a ball high, making the count 2-2.
You'd like to at least get Bruning in here from third. Got a little bit of room here on a pass ball, and Bruning standing up. He had that one read all the way. Steals home, makes it a double-digit score. Now Brocobb with the 3-2 count. Once again, back-to-back full counts. Outside for ball 4.
That'll send Blake to first, and up to bat now is Ben Colin.
So Brocobb's still yet to collect his first hit on the day. Had the base on an error, and then now a base on balls. But has gotten on base, 2 for 2 for on-base percentage.
So definitely good percentage, what you'd like to have.
Cullen had a single himself on his last at-bat in the first.
Something to note will be Brocobb went back to the dugout as Boulware comes to take his place as the base runner.
The usual pinch runner. One gone. Runner on first now. Takes strike one, throw down to second. Not in time for Boulware.
So Drake gets to second, putting himself in scoring position, depending on where Colin can put this ball into play.
Inside. Nearly grabs that left shoulder of Cullen. Does not, though. Ball 2 comes through. Now the 2-1 pitch. Cullen swings on, fouled off. We may just see 3 full counts in a row after not seeing a single one through about 1.1 innings.
In that first inning, we didn't really see a batter have more than 2 or 3 pitches before they were able to get on base, but Boulware will steal third successfully. And like you were saying, Colin will now have a full count as the third batter in a row to do so.
Hetman in a pressure-filled situation once again, as Cullen, I believe they're going to say he fouled that one off. Just barely.
Drake, I think one of the coolest rules about baseball is that on that third strike, if a catcher drops the ball, the hitter is able to try to get to first.
Three-two on its way. Cullen swung on, same spot as last time. Stands up on first as Boulware comes home off of the walk from Bro Cobb, makes his way around the diamond for another run on the board.
Now batting, center fielder number 10, Corbin Bowen.
I mean, very identical hits from Ben Cullen on back-to-back at-bats.
From both Ben and Blake, very identical to their first inning at-bats. So hopefully Corbin will keep that going and get a triple here.
Tall order, but very possible nonetheless, as Bowen gets a hold of that one, foul down the left field side. If that one was just a little bit straightened out, I think you would have been speaking some truth there, Caleb. Certainly had some potential. 2-strike count. This one's in the dirt. And taking second is Cullen.
So Coach Fernelli has been known to have an aggressive style of offense with base runners getting as many steals as they can, and this game is no different for the Trojans, just raking up the amount of steals for pretty much everyone on this team.
1-2, ooh. Once again, very close call there on Bowen.
He'll make the count 2-2.
And that one's sitting a little inside. Bowen tries to turn on it. Does not. So strikeout for Bowen brings out number 2. And now back to the top of the lineup with Buckingham. He pops this one up into left. Does it find the ground? It does not. Reeled in by the left fielder, Pleasant. And that will conclude the bottom of the second. We head into the top of the third. 11-1 is the score. We'll be right back after this.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Here at Pittsburgh Interiors, we are proud to be family owned and operated, serving our community with quality style and service since 1999. Step into our showroom and explore furniture, flooring, window treatments, mattresses, and more. Whether you're designing a dream home, office, or simply just adding that finishing touch, our expert team is here to help. Discover why families and businesses have trusted us for over 25 years. Pittsburgh Interiors, where style meets comfort and family comes first.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, The professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
And we're back for the top of the third here on Girard Sports Live. Lanny Kendrick, the last in the lineup for this Parsons team, who will have completed their first time through after his appearance right here. 2-strike count for Kendrick to start off his at-bat. Oh, 0-2 pitch on its way from Smith. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is 5 straight strikeouts from Drake Smith.
So it seems like if you play for the Trojans and your last name is Smith, you are one heck of a pitcher.
More than likely.
It has been a great game so far for Drake on the mound.
Now up to bat, Andrew Hook, who started this game off with a ground roll double out in left field, made his way home for the lone run in this contest for the Vikings. 1-1 count. Swung on and fouled. Brings about strike 2. Winds up in the dirt for ball 2.
2-2 count for Smith on the mound.
Hook trying to keep his own tempo in this contest. Swung on. Trickler down the third base side. Flip to first in time. Ground out will be the conclusion as that one goes 5-3 from Smith to Cullen. 2 gone here in the top of the third. Clark steps in, the second baseman. Trying to start some kind of fire. He collected a hit on his first at-bat as well.
He'll take a ball high. 1-0 in the count.
You know he's quick based on his first at-bat. A foot race to first, and he had Bruning beat on the jump. Bruning was not slow to get that ball over to first either. Clark just getting on his horse early and bolting down the base path. 1-1 on its way. Finds the spot on the outside. And low on that from Smith, who is now up to 34 pitches. Very, very effective, though.
Definitely, he's getting the job done.
Around 10 pitches an inning, 11 pitches an inning is what we're looking at right now. If he can get out of this one quick. And that will only be ball 3 there for Clark, getting a little ahead of himself.
Like he was ready to throw that bat and get on to first.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and he was going to toss it to the Girard
I don't know.
side.
Yeah,
so
that's kinda-
really, I think he was pretty confused as to what was going on there. Just a little bit of a brain fart, and once again, see that happen again. Backwards K for Smith. Retires the side. 6 strikeouts for Drake Smith so far through 3. As we head to the bottom of the third, we will stay here for a moment as we will call this our halftime on this contest. This halftime break is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. For over 100 years, personal, business, and agricultural needs turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. And as we look back at the first 2.5 innings, Kennar Eye Care is here to make sure we can see what we're looking at. Kennar Eye Care with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KennarEyeCare.com. Caleb, through these first 2.5 innings, pretty total domination so far for these Trojans.
And we've seen great baseball from our guys, just good defense, great pitching from Jake Smith, and on offense, just getting it going. Every single guy has a hit tonight, just putting the ball in play and rounding the bases. So far a great game from the Trojans, and I believe with 5 runs, we were talking about there's a chance of the Trojans ending the game here if they have a 15 or a 16-1 lead at the end of the third.
Yeah, and as we look at these hitters so far, right now, the best hitter for the Trojans, now considering if you call Bruning's shallow outfield pop fly a hit or an error, right now, if you do, he also is in the 2-hit club through 2 at-bats. But Ben Cullen, the only one with 2 certified good, solid hits, and both of those being a single, finding the gap between short and third. So he's doing a phenomenal job. Drake Smith with 5 strikeouts. And looking across the way, only 2 strikeouts for Preston Hetman. So pretty skewing numbers right now between Parsons and Girard. And this was kind of what we expected going into this, just based off of record alone and the last appearance between these 2 teams. Those halftime stats were brought to you by B&B Excavating. Numbers don't lie. Dirt is heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving, specializing in septic systems, waterline install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. B&B Excavating, call 620-724-2735. 3-1, Schultz pops it up. Can it find the space? In right, it does. Schultz makes his way to second. And Caleb, I am a little bit dumbfounded right now.
Just a lot of mistakes coming from this Parsons.
I mean, you call it lucky, and yeah, from a sense of, those balls probably should have ended up in a glove, or some of these should have ended up in a ground out. Yeah, sure, but I mean, this Parsons team, not unlucky. They are just kind of not on their game right now. They very slow to spot the ball, to get to the location out in the field. I mean, just saw the first baseman over there kind of standing there, and I would be under the impression he probably could have gotten to that one.
So just got to know your assignment and when it's your turn to make a play.
Low and away for ball 2. That's a 2-1 count for Ashbacher, who flew out on his last at-bat to left, but had a line drive into right for a triple on his first at-bat. Three-1. Swung on into left. Does it have the distance? Yes,
There
it
it
does.
Aiden Ashbacher.
A 2-run shot. Over the left field wall. Ashbacher makes it 13-1.
That a kid getting it done, and good hit. I believe that might be his first home run of the year.
A phenomenal rip right there from Ashbacher. I mean, I pretty well knew it off the bat that there was a good chance. And Hetman just left it up way too high. Ashbacher recognized it with the 3-1. And we saw that out of a couple different batters, swinging on that 3-1 count. We saw it out of Bruning in the last inning as well, recognizing it and finding some space on his at-bat. A well-done job for these batters as this one's grounded back to the pitcher and out at first for Smith.
So quick out from Jackson Smith. Following him will be Robbie Bruning, who we have seen steal pretty much every base he was owed in this game.
Yeah, got all the way around the bases on his last time. Got a single and then found time to get to each and every base on the next at-bat. And then, of course, made it all the way around the bag, or all the way around the diamond on his first at-bat, making it to first on that hit error question mark. This one swung on into left center. Does not make it over the wall. Stays in fair territory. And Bruning stands up on third. So not only is he going to steal all the bases, he's going to hit for him too.
So Robbie makes his way to third. Almost a great play by the center fielder out there for Parsons. But Robbie definitely using his speed to get around to third. You could tell he wanted to go home, but Fernelli tell him to hold up.
So now Smith. That's Cam Smith. Not to be confused with Jackson or Drake. Lots of Smiths on this team, man.
We have a lot of Smiths, a lot of people with last names starting with S. Gets confusing.
1-1 count for Cam Smith to start off his at-bat. Man, if he's able to bat Bruning home, I believe Brokob would be the game-winning run.
And Robbie almost took home on his own there from the ball.
Until he wanted to. It was pretty hard off the backstop, though. Catcher got a pretty fortunate break there. Kind of kicked back into his glove. Still 2-1 count for Smith. Up top for ball 3.
So another 3-1 count for a Girard hitter. Cam with some room to work with.
And we're going to see coach's timeout as they want to visit the mound here with a 3-1 count. With that, we'll go ahead and give a shout out to our other sponsor, our other timeout sponsor, which is Salon 214. Now open at 107 North Ozark in Girard. Take a time out to pamper yourself with Vanessa and her team at Salon 214. And take a time out to check out Salon 214 on Facebook as well. So far, been a very interesting game thus far.
Girard really, since that first inning, has just been really dominant just in the scoring column and on defense with Drake Smith at the mound. But now looking to end it here after 3. innings.
Yeah, and the fact that you have the potential to do that, so impressive on this offensive side as well as defensively. Being able to shut down teams with what looks to be pretty low effort in these games, as well as just kind of stepping up to the plate. You really only start to wonder, you never wonder if the Trojans are going to put one on the board, I feel like. You always know there's going to be that break for them. It's going to be hard to get them to really go down quietly. But, of course, we saw that in that Baxter Springs game that ended up 1-0. But other than that, every single game that we've seen out of them, obviously, they've scored. I mean, they've won every single game outside of that. And the other game that they lost against Baxter Springs was a 3-5 loss. So very tough team to retire and get to sit quietly. You're just not going to see it very often, which means that these teams have to be coming into these games going, hey, we know what we got to do. It's not going to be you shouldn't expect the 1-0 victory. You should expect, if you want to win, it's got to be pretty close to, I would say, at least 5-6 runs. I mean,
for the Trojans, they have one of the best hitters in the state of Kansas with Briar Schultz on this roster, but he's just one of the guys that you could name. Cam Smith and Corbin Bowen, Ben Colin, Brokaw, Bruning, Ashbacher kinda, and then Briggs, all just really great hitters and people that you would want in this lineup. Just any of them can end up having a great day of getting around the bases, getting hits, just a great offensive team. And so a team others look out for, and you got to expect to just have to either match the amount of runs they're getting or find some way to shut them down.
100%. New pitcher that steps on the mound is Keller Ball, previously the catcher. So subbing in at catcher is Preston Hetman, going from the mound to behind the plate. And I hate to be that kind of guy, but already seeing a little bit of shakiness behind the plate from Hetman. And when you've got a runner on third, something you can't afford to have.
As the new pitcher comes in, it seems like all of these Parsons pitchers tonight have been put in tricky situations of now you have the game on the line to give up a run rule by the third inning of you've only got one out, and Smith is one of the best batters on this team with a 3-1 count, Bruning on third, and so an opportunity for the Trojans here to send this one away early.
Well, the fielders take their positions, which means we're just about wrapping up this warm-up period for Ball, who will come into this mid-batter 3-1 count against the designated hitter Cam Smith, who is not one to take lightly. Three-one sits in for strike two. Right on that outside corner. That was a 50-50 there.
Kind of a tough ball to decide to swing or not.
Yeah. A 3-1 count. Good take by Smith, but a good spot for Ball as Smith fights off another. And once again, we're seeing him go real deep into these counts.
Good way of staying alive by Camden Smith.
This will be number 7. And in the dirt, pass ball as Bruning will trot his way home. Nobody even around to contest it.
So Robbie makes his way home. Cam ends up on first. So now 2 more runs in this game should be over. And Brokop has the chance here to get those 2 done, but with only 1 out, you can expect Corbin Bowen to also be able to get a hit in.
Yeah, Brokaw will, kind of be credited with the potential game-winning run right now at the plate.
If you're Cam Smith, you'd like to see him get to second on a steal. That way you can prevent any double play from this Parsons team.
And taking off for second. Be a stolen bag there on ball 2. So now runner in scoring position, as you said, Caleb. It's exactly what you wanted.
And that runner looks like it is August Amershak and not Cam Smith. So substitution I had missed.
2-0 count, outside pitch. Taking off for third, and there. 3-0 count.
August runs his way around the bases, so another player in good scoring position.
Brokop sitting with a prime batter's count.
This is where you'd like to be if you're Brokop.
Just kind of get to sit and watch this one. As ball has had some trouble finding the spot, and ooh, very close there.
High strike, and they'll call it.
I think Brokop didn't think it was a ball at first, and then the call wasn't quite there, so he went to wind up the bat and kind of all over the place there. 3-1 on its way. Brokop rips it into left. Oh, my goodness. Right, just short.
He almost had it.
What an accolade that would have been. But regardless, getting the double, stepping yourself into scoring position, and with ease at that, as we will see another pinch runner as Ben Cullen steps in.
As Blake heads back to the dugout, our pinch runner will be Quentin Bruning. So Coach Fernelli definitely using some of his freshman players that we'll see sub in every once in a while as those runners, and Ben gets one.
Cullen finds space. Pokes it into center field as now he will take off for second. He is there in time. Oh my goodness, I think Bruning could have probably taken home.
So a gutsy play by Ben Cullen to take the base as the runner's right there. Now Corbin Bowen is up to hit with a good chance.
Not Corvin Bowen.
Oh, that's not Corbin.
Center fielder, number 10, Corbin Bowen.
Looks like that is Drake Boulware hitting.
Hey, Carrie, what is 13?
13 what?
You about is 13.
So Boulware steps in as the pinch hitter. Up top for ball 1.
Drake's not someone we've seen hit so far this year, I believe. But a chance to end the game here at the bottom of the third.
And this one kept in front of Hetman. A good stop there. As if that would have gotten past.
Now batting, number 13, Drake Boulware.
I'm guessing Amershak would have been headed for home.
And we see a very young core of players.
Yeah.
On the field.
With Briggs Buckingham up next.
Briggs is, yeah,
add to the tally. Lots of youngins. Ben Cullen kind of the
old man
exception.
out there.
Yeah.
He's not very old.
The veteran.
We've only got one senior on the team.
Standing out there on second. 2-1 count. Pitch on its way. Will be inside for ball 3.
3-1 count for Boulware. Definitely a chance for him to get on base by a walk and let Briggs decide this game.
Pick your poison here if you're Boulware. And not in there. Base on balls. We'll set him on first, and now we've got runners all over the diamond.
Base is loaded. And now Briggs Buckingham will come up to hit for the 4th time tonight.
Yeah, he has hit in every single inning thus far.
That one
Or
fouled
not
off.
hit, but come to the plate.
Batted, there you go.
Yeah, he's batted in every single inning.
He got that third. He got to third in that first inning. He's had strikeouts or ground outs.
He got all the way home in the first.
Yeah, he did.
Now with an 0-1 count, bases loaded. I'm sure he would have loved to be faced with a kind of bunt situation here, as that's.
We've
I
seen
mean, he
him
has been
bunt
phenomenal.
so often.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal laying down the bunt, but certainly not one here. Ooh, and he wears it.
He takes one.
And that will be
That'll
it.
do it.
And HBP to walk it off. And hopefully Buckingham can walk that one off, as that caught the inside of his left ankle. And
one of the weirder ways you'll see a game end.
Looks to be all right there, but 5 runs, bringing him home at the end of this game. 16-1 final here in the bottom of the 3rd. 3 innings. A very short-lived trip here for the Parsons Vikings, and they will advance to 2-10, 15-2 for this Girard team. Caleb, as we transition into the post-game show, which is brought to you by Eastside Cafe. Experience the best breakfast in town 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Eastside Cafe, a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. I mean, hard to pick it out. I think I know my pick for player of the game. Do you want hit of the game?
I'll take hit of the game.
Okay.
That's the easy one.
All right, player of the game. I'm gonna pick Drake Smith, and this guy came out here just shredding on the mound, absolutely diced up this Parsons offense. I mean, they only got to bat through their lineup one time. Only 2 batters getting to go through twice, and that was Andrew Hook and Atticus Clark, who he collected a ground out and a backwards K on. 6 strikeouts on the contest as well. A phenomenal stat line for him through 3 innings. I mean, you're averaging, what is that, 2 strikeouts an inning? Phenomenal out of Drake Smith. Just a very, very good start to finish play. I mean, outside of the first 2 batters, he was actually kind of close to a no-hitter, almost close to a perfect game.
Just like you're saying, a great game from Drake. But moving on to our hit of the game, you made my job real easy tonight. I think we're both thinking of that home run from Ashbacher there in the third, what was that, 3rd inning?
I was in the third inning.
Yep, start off the 3rd inning, just 2-run home run from Aiden. And I had told him earlier today at school that I was not going to give him a compliment, but it was just a bomb. Great hit, great job of getting the ball out there, and that's really what started off this 3rd inning that sent the Vikings home early. And so,
yeah, I mean, you can't not give credit to that, you know.
Big home run.
Yeah, big-time shot. That one off the bat. Brocobb, I mean, almost could have earned himself that honor if he just had probably 2-3 more feet on that hit. The walk-off home run was just booting up, and I was kind of feeling it too. I wanted him to have it. Just kind of unfortunate he didn't get that, but a very good honorable mention there for Blake Brocobb. And with that, those hits of the game are brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, painless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. And with that, me and Caleb will sign off for tonight. Like we said, a very short-lived appearance here on Girard Sports Live, but a phenomenal – I mean, this team is making our jobs easy here, Caleb. A phenomenal season thus far out of the Girard Trojans, and hopefully continuing to do so into this back third of the season. Talk about 8 games remaining. Obviously wishing the best for them. So we will sign off for now. We hope to see you all next time. Have a great night. From myself, Caleb, and the rest of the Varsity Sports Live production crew, we say good night.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at varsitysportslive.com.